David's already been running the meeting. He's done a great job. Let's bounce over to David. David, how are you, my friend? And so good having you with us. And thank you for your leadership as always.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Look, I'm just making up for the time I had to be quiet because I was sitting on public transport and couldn't talk. So I just had a bit of verbal diarrhea there. I hope everybody forgave me for sort of blabbering on, but we filled the time anyway. Good to see you, Ed. I'm well.
Oh, we love you. And David, please tell us what you do and give us all the networking tip.
All right. Well, I'm the other sales coach, Ed. If you want to know why I call myself the other sales coach, you have to reach out to me and I'll put my details in the chat. I had a 40-year career in financial services myself before I retired in 2020 from that. Realised I hadn't prepared properly for retirement, so I decided to help people learn the lessons I learned in life and in business a whole lot quicker and a whole lot sooner than I ever did. That's my way of giving back. My main focus is to help financial service professionals learn how to grow their businesses so that they can have the income and the lifestyles that they want to have. I certainly enjoyed that in the latter part of my career, so I've got a bit of track record. So that's what I do. Networking tip, Ed. One-on-ones. I know you talk about it a lot. You stress it. I'm going to just repeat it myself. I had some great one-on-ones recently with people. It's amazing how much more you can get to know about people and their stories beyond what we hear from them in these meetings. And then you start to, as you say, go through that process of building relationships, knowing, liking, trusting, and then you can refer them on and they will refer you on too. So one-on-ones, Ed.
Brilliant. Love it. Round of applause to you. And I just want to say a big welcome to all our visitors as well. We've got amazing Alex with us. Alex is great seeing you back again. Alex's name is 16177. His name's also Alex Ivanov. Alex, do you want to say a quick hello and great having you with us?
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to. This is what Zoom proposed, so I figured what the hell, I'd go with it. My name is Alex, and I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I joined Edward's networking session. And since then, I've fallen in love, gotten engaged, and moved to my parents' house. How cool is that?
There you go. There you go. It's all happening, Alex. You're restarting your life of style. I love it.
Exactly. So yeah, to think that in 3 weeks, I wasn't looking for love, but I found it, got engaged. I've got a fiance, and now I moved to my parents' house in Boston. So I pay no rent and I can do whatever the hell I want. Isn't that cool?
Oh, there you go. And also Boston is where Fallout 4's set. So what a great place to live, I guess. There you go.
I'm officially on day 6. So right now I'm at my parents' house, but I've already secured a penthouse in downtown. So, things are going pretty well.
There you go. Alex, we love you. Can we give it up for Alex? Alex, we love you. Alex 16177. There you go. It's like you're a Terminator. That's your model number. There you go.
Thank you.
Big welcome. I want to give an honourable welcome. We've got our guest speaker in tonight, the amazing Phoebe Lay. Phoebe and I go back many years. She runs a social media marketing agency and does a lot of consulting. Phoebe, you want to say a quick hello? And we'll come back to you later, but say a quick hello now. Awesome, Phoebe.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited about tonight. I am, really looking forward to this conversation. Just hoping that there's not too much background noise where I'm at. So let me know if you guys can or can't hear me, or if the background noise is too bad. I'll shift before we begin.
You'll be fine, Phoebe. Big welcome, Phoebe. We love you. Round of applause. And another one of our visitors, we've got Soup with us. Soup Z. How you doing, Soups? What's happening? Feel free to unmute and say hello and welcome along, Soup.
Hey guys, I'm Supratim, short form as Soups. I'm a technology guy, so I work for Woolworths in the technology teams. I'm one of their senior IT leaders. I've recently joined Meetup, and this is one of my first sessions on Meetup. The session sounded pretty interesting and exciting. I went through the pictures that it posted, and I just wanted to come in and have a chat with all of you guys and get a look and feel of how we run these sessions, and what sort of things we can take away and learn, and how can we get better at networking, so on and so forth. So I'm all excited and fired up and would love to interact with you guys.
Oh,
That's about it.
Soup said, we love you, round of applause. And this brings me a key point. Everyone, please use the chat, share your LinkedIn links, connect with each other, and book meetings afterwards. And we've got another one of our visitors coming, amazing Dwight from California. Can we give a big wave to Dwight? Dwight, thank you for joining us. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Hi, everybody. I'm here in California, just checking out the Zoom meeting, see how it goes, and I'm really excited to meet new people.
Oh, Dwight, we love you. Let's give it up for Dwight. Now, big thank you. Now, up to the bit is where we're going to open up the meeting. A few of you winners have already put up your hands. They're the smart ones. So the way it works now, this is your chance to say hello to the room. You might want to say hello, talk about what you do, or also you might want to give someone a shout out. All I ask is just keep it clean and positive because it's being recorded, and also be brief and to the point. What we find is the more brief and to the point you are, is the more impact you're going to have, which is all fantastic. So best way of doing it like this, Winif, has is in the reactions bar. You hit the reactions bar, there's a raise hand command. If you hit that raise hand command, it ranks you in order. So I just want to say a big welcome. We'll take a group photo a bit later on too. So let's get into it. James Hamilton, how you doing, James Hamilton? What's going on?
Hey, how you going? I'm going well. Thank you very much. I'm James, mortgage broker and Mortgage Choice in Gosford. So reach out to me if you need any money for a home. Also just wanted to put my hand up and say, look, I'm actually trying to raise some money for charity at the moment. Next year I'll be doing the Kokoda track to support two really good charities. I'll put the link up in the chat, so if you guys want to check that out, a bit more information on the charities in there. So yeah, we'd appreciate any support. Amazing. Thank you very much.
Oh, Noble James, we love you. It's a pleasure. Busker, how are you, Busker?
Hey, Ed. Hi, everybody else. Great to see you all. I work in the IT area too. Besides that, I am a Freemason. I'm a brother, so I work for Freemasonry as well. And I have worked before for women's welfare in Cambodia, and also have raised some money for the deaf in Queensland, Brisbane. So yeah, I've done a few things. Besides that, I like traveling, reading books, meeting people, and networking. So cheers, great to be here.
Oh, we love you, Busker. Big welcome, my friend. We appreciate you. And we got Scott Raven from Atlanta. Scott, so good having you with us. And what's happening, Scott Raven?
Well, good to see you too, Edward, and good morning, everybody. It's 4 a.m. in the morning here, right? But to keep it brief, I am the Loyalty Living Coach, taking my 25 years of professional experience and applying it to others with one simple truth. The more loyal you are to yourself, the better things go. And so I've got a upcoming webinar on Monday in terms of leading with self-awareness. Lack of self-awareness is the #1 killer in terms of professional. So how do we understand where our blind spots are and how to do that? And much like, what was mentioned, I'm going to plug a charity thing that I'm doing. I am raising money for a little boy who is fighting leukemia for the second time. So raising it for his organization, Dana-Farber, that is helping him with treatment, which will culminate with me running the Boston Marathon in 2023. So I would love to get this group support. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, there you go. Very powerful. And a lot of Boston going on here. There we go. Just a bit of trivia for you. I play a video game a lot called Fallout 4, and it's set in the future of Boston after a nuclear war. And Scott and Alex know exactly what I'm talking about. So when I hear Boston, I just think Fallout 4. There you go. Christine Bell, how you doing, Christine? What's happening? Let's go, Brandon, Christine. What's going on?
I'm all for Brandon, man. Excellent. I'm good. And you?
Great to see you, Christine. What have you got cooking for us tonight?
Well, I got plenty of things cooking, but before I forget, I'm going to say I went to Scott's last masterclass on courage, and it was awesome. It was so streamlined, and I actually learned a lot about how to really engage your participants as well. So I highly recommend it if you can go to this next one. I'm sure it's going to be amazing too. I also want to give a shout out to Mina because I worked with her recently, and she's totally a mind wizard. And literally, my results are literally changing this week. I have to tell her about that in a separate conversation. But if you haven't talked to Mina, you should book in a session to talk to her. And me, you should talk to me too.
Yeah.
I'm Christina, I'm a customer strategist. And I'm all about aligning your offer and your marketing with your customer needs and wants. So that way you'll have an umbrella customer strategy, one pager that will guide you in everything you do in your execution and your specific marketing strategies. So if you want to find out more, please book in a one-on-one with me. And I do have a workshop, pilot workshop, $98 next Wednesday. That's the best offer I can give. It's all about developing an engaging and persuasive, unique value proposition. And it's going to be fun, I think, and hopefully also informative and useful. So if you want to come along, I'm going to put the link in. That's
Wow. Christine, we love you. Round of applause to Christine. We love you. And the Italian stallion, Alessio. How are you, Alessio?
Everybody, thank you, Edward. I'm okay. I'm finished to recover my my illness from cold, so I'm jumping like a kangaroo. I want to say that because I'm very well at the moment. By the way, I'm from Italy. I'm a wine expert, and I work with some restaurants and associations to help people dive into this wonderful world. At the moment, I'm working on a project about traveling restaurants and traveling food trucks with wines. These trucks will be working with pedaling stations, so the energy created by human power will be used for cooking and serving customers. The energy we want to store it in a battery, so we are able to cook and serve customers as well. We are looking for someone working in the automotive companies, in which they work as an engineer. Okay, so if you know anyone working in these companies, I'd be honored to meet them. My details are in the chat box, so feel free to connect. Thank you. I'll go back to you.
Oh, Alessio, appreciate you, my friend. Amazing Mina. How are you, Mina Mystery?
Hi everyone. Hi Ed. There's loads of new faces on here today, so it's exciting. Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Great seeing you. Congratulations for your successes with legendary Christine Bell.
Thank you. Thank you, Christine. And I've also actually done some work with Christine myself, so it's absolutely worth joining her workshop. She's put the icing on the cake for me when she showed me some of her creative work that she did, and it absolutely blew me away. And I'm not going to tell you what it is because you'll have to work with her to figure out what it is. So my name's Mina, originally from London, here in South Africa. I work in the area of health and wellness, specifically assisting people in the area of health, nutrition, movement and lifestyle, and reconnecting people with their three minds so people can operate their lives in alignment, in equilibrium, and from their true, authentic selves.
Brilliant, Mina. We love you. Round of applause to you, Mina. It's a pleasure. Oh my God, legendary Sean Tucker. How you doing, Sean Tucker? I get to see you next week in Sydney.
Yes, pumped to come up to Sydney next Friday and see everyone up in Sydney. Really, really looking forward to that. And it's good to be here. I haven't been here for a number of weeks, so thanks for the warm welcoming, Ed.
Love you. And tell us what you've been cooking up, Sean Tucker.
So the closest thing that people will call me is a magician. And that is because I help people live a healthy and dynamic life. So if anyone's interested to have a chat, I'd love to connect and have a chat.
Oh, there we go. You are amazing, Sean. There you go. And Sean's helped me lose a few pounds with his partner in crime, who's also an amazing lady and also the guest speaker at our next Sydney meetup on Friday, Simone Lord. How you doing, Simone Lord?
And I have not heard Sean refer to himself as a magician. That's a new one for me. That's Sean. I'm loving that. My name is Simone Lord, and it's awesome to see you all here tonight. I am based in Sydney, and I'm excited to be the guest speaker at next week's meetup in Sydney. So if you are around in Sydney, or if you're flying in like a couple of people are, it would be awesome to see you there. I'm really excited about doing my keynote because I'm actually going to gamify my presentation, Ed. Have not talked to you about this at all, but it's going to be super cool. Yeah, my name is Simone, and I'm really just passionate about inspiring people with my authenticity and what I do in so many different realms. So I have my own health and fitness business. I also manage a mastermind group that is nationwide. Got 3 young kids and a police officer as a husband. So we have a crazy busy life in the best possible way. I'm an ambassador for a frontline mental health organization, and my most recent thing that's going to be added onto my LinkedIn profile very soon is I've just joined I've just got my first board member position on a local Illawarra Health Women's Association. So that's very cool. I'm adding something else to my day. I don't know how, but I'll make it happen. So if you need some assistance in leveling up your lifestyle personally or professionally, I'm the person to chat to. And I really love this group. Thank you, Ed, for what you've created, because Sean and I met in this group. We host a weekly health show together. I've spoken to so many people individually on this meeting. I know a heap of people on here are also coming to our marketing event next Saturday. So if you want to chat about anything, I will drop my link in the chat box, and feel free to book in a chat with me. Thanks, Ed.
Simone, we love you. Round of applause, just powerful. And Brad Strider. Brad and I had the best LinkedIn Live last night. It got over 1,000 views. People were tuned in, and Brad, it was great chatting to you on LinkedIn Live last night. How'd you go, man? Top seeing you.
Ed, it was absolutely phenomenal. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. One of my first LinkedIn Lives, so it was good to do. It was a good tester. But lovely to see you guys all, and lovely to see yourself. Like Ed said, I am a health and nutrition coach. I work out of Adelaide, but my program is an online program, so I work with people around the world. And I help people become healthier. Essentially, I've got a one-to-one nutrition coaching program, and I walk them through from one step right off the basics right through to the end. And I help them lose weight, get healthy, and make sure that they build the right habits around their health and wellness. So that's me.
Oh, pleasure, Brad. Round of applause. And just a quick intermission. If you've just arrived, a big thank you. Can we all wave to Phoebe Lay? Phoebe Lay runs a social media agency, known her for years, and she's going to be our guest speaker tonight. So give a big thumbs up for Phoebe Lay. And also, too, for those watching the recording, if you're watching the recording, please connect with these winners and you'll absolutely love them. And Sam Maxton, how you doing, Sam Maxton?
Fantastic, Ed. Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam in Brisbane from JSM Solutions, and we are your care expansion pack. So care's broken down is clarity, admin, reputation, and education. So I love to connect with people. It's great to be here, and I look forward to setting up some one-on-ones.
Oh, Sam, it's a pleasure. Round of applause. And we've got the dangerously awesome Sheena Kane, who takes out misogynist, evil characters, fires people, she's the toe cutter, and that's why we love you, Sheena. What's going on?
Oh, well, it's a hobby. Actually, I've had a bit of fun this week and delivering some bullying harassment training to a company.
Oh, did you fire anyone this week?
Not yet, actually. It's been a quiet week in that respect, but there's some getting close.
You still got Friday, so hopefully you can
That's
fire
it.
someone tomorrow, hopefully.
And usually it is coming down to we fire people because of disrespectful behaviours in the workplace.
Well, yeah, look, Sheena, your week isn't a week unless you fire at least someone.
That's it. And if you've ever had to work with a really toxic, horrible person, that's where I come in to help a company move that person on.
Oh, we love you. And you do an amazing job, and you're a top HR consultant. We love you, Sheena.
Thank you.
There you go. Round of applause to Sheena. Amazing lady. Sheena's spoken at many of our events, so please connect with Sheena. Sheena, we love you and appreciate you. And speaking about love and appreciation, we've got Eileen Avard, who has a very handsome husband, a very handsome, good-looking son. What's going on now, Eileen?
Yes, I'm surrounded by handsomeness and love around me, and also in this Zoom meetup too. Thank you very much, Ed. There's two things that I want to say. My name is Eileen Abad. I'm a school trainer that help youth to build confidence and resilience. So while I was promoting this program, I have parents that reach out to me about how to have better communication with their youth. So unless you can have a great relationship to talk with your children, and sometimes it all start with us as parents, how could we connect with ourselves more when we can give? If we cannot connect with ourselves, how could we give that to our children? How can we build up the resilience and the love and the confidence for our kids? So I'm now actually working with moms to help them to connect better, but still connecting very much with their children, building confidence. So if you have any children or moms that has any issues with connecting with their kids, I'm the connector for you. The other thing is that I'm actually sponsored a table at Tess charity dinner, a white Christmas dinner on the 6th of December. And I have pulled a group of ladies, and this charity is about raising funds for people who have been through domestic abuse. And so if you would like, there's still some seats available. And if you'd like to come along, it's in Melbourne. It's Melbourne, not in Sydney or Brisbane. It's on the 6th of December, and it's a white Christmas chance for dressing up. So that's a little bit. And I'll put my link on the thing, on the chat. Thank you very much, Ed.
Oh, Eileen, we love you as always. Appreciate Eileen. And amazing Christina Davey. I put up a photo of Christina and I at the taken about a month ago at the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Everyone thought I was there yesterday with Christina in real time. So there you go. We threw off the market, didn't we, Christina?
Right, and the weather looked just like the day that we met, minus the rain, but it definitely looked cloudy. So that's really funny. But hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Christina. I'm a dating and relationship coach. So sometimes we have relationships, and at the end of them, we carry with us a lot of burden, a lot of emotional baggage, the hurt, the betrayal, the disappointment, the anger sometimes as well. And we take all of that with us in our next relationship if we don't really learn how to let go of it. So some of you might have, trauma from, your childhood, abusive relationships with your parents or partners, husbands, wives. Please reach out. I will be more than happy to show you a way on how to heal yourself, how to free yourself and feel better. And for those single women who are ready to step into the dating scene and they might not feel confident enough, they don't know how to have pick a partner that's actually completely different than before, please reach out because I can help you with that as well. I just want to say how pleasant it was to talk with Christine Bell and Mina this week. Oh my God, it's just, I love this container. Thank you so much, Ed. It's beautiful. Every single week, every single time when I connect with someone in here, I grow, I expand, and it's a space where we are all just raising each other's vibrations, isn't it? So I just want to say thank you so much for connecting with both of you beautiful women, and I'm going to leave my link here to connect with many more. Thank you.
Oh, appreciate you, Christina. Round of applause, Christine. We love you. Highly recommended. And Jan, how are you, Jan? What is happening?
Yeah, hey, I'm good, thank you. And good to be here. I think I haven't been here for a few weeks as well. And just done some work on my own. I think everyone knows to appreciate a bit of alone time as well sometimes. Yeah, better we feel what we have to feel, and then we can go out and attack again in the manner we want to attack. Yeah, you know how lots of people really pretending to feel good, but actually what they're feeling within is a bit of a different story. Yep, I think that's quite common, and what I'm doing is that I help empaths understanding their emotions so they can master their relationship with themselves. We cannot go out there, or you cannot go out there and can expect from yourself to have great relationships when you're not understanding your own emotional state, your own feelings, what your feelings telling you. And yeah, if you feel the vibe, reach out. I'd love to have a chat. I'd love to get to know you. Put my details in the chat, and yeah, stay true to yourself.
Jan, we appreciate you, my friend. Big thank you, Jan. We love you. And oh my God, we got Kemi Adekumbi, my favorite health coach from London. How are you, Kemi Adekumbi?
I'm good. So it's me again. I guess the people that don't know me, there's a joke that me and Edward have that I'm a non-sexist
Yeah.
health coach from London.
You're Kemi's my favorite non-sexist person in the whole world. Very non-sexist.
So yeah, for me, I help women, also men, with their health, wellness, fitness, performance. I'm not gonna bore you with all of it, but all things health and wellness. Yeah, and beauty as well. So if you're interested, my link tree's in the chat box. It's nice to be here. Nice to meet new people also. So if anyone wants to have a one-to-one with me, I'm like free in the daytimes. Yeah. Thanks.
Pleasure, Cami. We love you. It's a pleasure. And oh my God, Lana Burgess. How are you, Lana Burgess?
Hey, Ed. Sorry I'm a little late tonight. One of my clients decided to call me a little bit late today. So yeah, 8 p.m. Gotta love it. Not many clients call me at that hour, but one of them decided it was a good idea. So anyway, my name's Lana Burgess. I am your trades and construction administration specialist at Exceptional Trading Solutions. We give tradies back their time so they can focus on what they do best, their trade or service. Our mission is to ensure all tradies have to worry about is turning up, doing the job and getting paid, and we handle the rest for them. I'm looking to be connected with time-poor tradies and construction companies struggling to keep up with the administration requirements in their business. So if you know anyone that is in that situation, please let me know, and lovely to be here. Thank you.
Oh, Lana, we love you. Just amazing. And oh my God, it's Toms. How are you, Toms?
Hi, everyone. Pretty good. I feel the summer coming. It's getting warmer and warmer here in Mauritius. And I'm actually enjoying it, that I don't have to be back in Latvia where I'm originally from, where it's snow and cold and sometimes gray. So I'm really happy with my life choices here. And I would love to invite you for a really quick thought experiment. Imagine an old person in front of you. Like just visualize like old person, how does it look like? If you're what gender and how active, what are the movements? And if that old person you just imagine is barely moving, really bad health, and or you don't like the person in the first place, that's then you have a next question to ask yourself: is that person you? Because if you don't have expectations for your old age, like if you don't have an idea how long you're gonna live, for example, I've decided that I'm gonna live to 120, and if you don't have your visualization, your expectation how you're gonna be in old age, then most likely you're gonna pick up whatever society has been giving you. And if this your first image was someone with a bad health, that most likely your subconscious mind will guide you there to this image of a person in bad health, and that's why you might find yourself in trouble adapting healthy habits like drinking water or exercising. So this is one of the things I'm working on, and I'm actually designing a 30-day challenge about designing your personality and constant reminder for the person you want to be. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, contact, and have a magical day. Thank you, Ed.
Toms, appreciate you. And oh my God, it's Heather Mitchell. How are you, Heather Mitchell?
Hey Ed, hi everyone. I'm Heather Mitchell and I'm a holistic money mentor from Finding Equilibrium. And I help people with their money stories. I help people with their relationship with money, and also to pull together some actual money to be able to invest in your future and to be able to know what to do with it afterwards. So it's kind of lots of psychological stuff, but also some practical stuff as well. So I have the Foundations of Financial Freedom, and the next one will run at the end of January. So let me know if there's any interest, or anyone that might want to be able to learn about financial literacy and to build a really great financial future.
Beautiful, Heather. We love you. Amazing. And Chris Ross. How are you, Chris Ross? What's happening in your world?
I am very good, Ed. Hello, everyone. Hopefully I don't need a translator with this thick Scottish accent. Great to be here. What I do now, we all know that there's a mental health epidemic across the world, adults, young people. But my passion through my own mental health challenges over the years is to help students, particularly in schools, colleges and universities, especially post-COVID, develop some resiliency, key skills, key life skills, and help them maintain and improve their mental health before their mental health becomes an issue. Something I'm so passionate about. We're very reactive in society. Our health services are buckling, and you just see how young people are struggling. So my passion in life now is to help students excel in their personal life and their academic life so that they can achieve their dreams through my own personal experiences. So that's what I do. I'd love to give a shout out, Ed, if that's possible, to Simone
Please.
Lord. I had a really good one-on-one chat with Simone last week. Inspirational woman. Her energy is phenomenal. It was like looking in a mirror at a female version of myself. It was incredible, just our backgrounds. So yeah, if you get the chance, please connect with Simone. And yeah, have a great day, everyone.
Oh, appreciate you, Chris. Love your work, my friend. Now we're just going to grab some quick photos, my friends. So now what you want to do is turn on your webcams, lean forward, look into your camera, like so your eyes are on camera, and don't move. Okay, just hold still so I can get the shot. So shot 1, 3, 2, 1, big smile and hold. Awesome. Screen 1 was fantastic. And let's get, now save that one. I'll just get screen 2 as a screen 2, friends, and then I'll combine them. So 3, 2, 1, big smile and hold the pose. Love it. Love it. I got 2 screens of non-stop action. So there we go. Got all in there. Now, just a few things. I just want to give a few honorable mentions, right? Firstly, we've got amazing Georgina Orchard with us. She's a top lady, got a heart of gold. Honorable mention to Georgina Orchard. Do you want to say a quick hello while we got you, Georgina?
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I was a bit late tonight, dealing with some family stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for the intro. I'm a business and business consultant and mentor to small business owners, helping you find efficient and effective processes to resource your businesses adequately. Plus, I have a passion for health and wellness. So loving to introduce that self-care element that we all kind of forget about when we go into business and we're working so hard. So connect with me on LinkedIn.
Oh, beautiful.
Thanks,
Love you,
Ed.
Georgina. Amazing. And for those watching our recording as well, make sure you connect with these winners and smash that like, share, and comment. And we're going to bounce over to Phoebe very soon. But before that, I just want to give a final chance. So if you haven't spoken and you want to speak, or if you want to give a shout out or something like that, now's the time to put up your hand. So if you haven't spoken and you want to speak, now's your chance. Just hit the hands up key. Or even if you want to give a shout out, now's your chance. I'll give you a moment to react to that. Patrick, I was waiting for you, Patrick. How you doing, Patrick? Big welcome. Hit that unmute and say hello, Patrick.
Hello. The reason I'm here, it's all because of Christian. She invited me, and it's wonderful to be here and to hear all this wonderful guidance. Tom's there was saying, you know, he's made a commitment. He's going to be the last man standing in the pension scheme. You know, I mean, he and others, you know, focusing on health. And I heard a great description the other day about if you bought your first car when you were 20, and it was the only car you could ever have for the rest of your life, up till you're 120, like Tom's, right? Would you look after it? And the analogy is, the parallel is, if this was your body, would you look after it? You know, of course you'd look after it. Well, we hope we'd look after it, but for some reason we don't seem to look after it, some of us, and others are over the top about it. And it's the most important asset we have. It's so valuable, our health. It is, I think, becoming more and more central focus. Health is wealth, the greatest thing we have. And you know, so look at I'm. Can I share with you what I'm doing, or
please?
So I'm working with a team of global entrepreneurs who are on a mission to create as many thousandaires as possible over the next 12 months. And that means helping as many people as possible earn an additional $1,000 a month above and beyond what they're currently earning. And the reason for this is that we are told we're going into a global recession with inflation is at a 40-year high and the price of everything is increasing. So an extra $1,000 a month will make a difference to people. And so how are we doing this? We're bringing to the marketplace one of the most significant health science breakthroughs the world has seen since the discovery of penicillin and DNA. And this technology is patented and it has no competition, no copycats, and the impact it's having on people's lives is absolutely astonishing. Does that sound like something you'd like to know more about? My details are in the chat. I can send you a link and all that kind of stuff.
Patrick, thank you so much. Amazing. Round of applause to Patrick, and great having you with us. So make sure you all share your LinkedIn link so we can all get better connected. Excellent. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit share screen for the moment. I'm just going to show you what we got coming up and some cool stuff. Then we're going to talk to Phoebe about personal branding and social media. So first things first, my legendary friends, if you haven't already, the best way to check me out is go to our website, edwardszia.com. Now on our website, we've got heaps of cool stuff there. And again, we focus on LinkedIn and business networking. So for anything LinkedIn or business networking, talk to us. I just want to show you a few things coming up. So this is our site, edwardszia.com. The first link will take you to our meetup, which a lot of you are familiar with. And I'll just talk to you about the upcoming meetups. So we've got heaps on. So tomorrow, we're actually on, I'm actually getting up early to fly to Brisbane. We're on tomorrow, Friday, 2:30 p.m. at the Sofitel Brisbane. So if you're in Brisbane, please come. We'd love to see you. And just a bit of commentary as well. Our old sponsor, Victory Offices, unfortunately has gone into administration liquidation a few weeks ago. So Victory Offices are no more with us. So with our face-to-face events, please just double check the venue. A lot of it's Microsoft, Sofitels, and Novotels. So they're all looking after us. We've also got our Boss Ladies Summit on Sunday. And the other thing I want to share with you as well is our Monday Zoom. We run networking Zooms Monday and Thursdays, 8 p.m. weekly. And I just want to share with you now, this is our link for Monday. So if you can please click that link for our Zoom on Monday right now, book in on Meetup just so you're in the system. And like Christine did, and thank you, please invite others. We really appreciate, which is just fantastic. So we got that one. The other honorable mention as well, my legendary friends, is on 10 a.m. Sydney time, the 10th, we've got our LinkedIn Influencer Workshop. So get in for this one. This will be our last one for the year. And of course, as well, if you check out my site, edwardszia.com, we've got our business network. We've got Lassie's Monet, so we've got heaps of other cool stuff. So just check it all out on my site, edwardszia.com. So just want to say a big welcome. So what I ask you to do now is please keep your microphones on mute. We're going to bounce over to amazing Phoebe Lane. Now, Phoebe's an amazing lady. We've known each other for quite a few years now. She's from Melbourne like I am, and she actually... I think Phoebe lives in St Kilda. I'm from St Kilda originally. And give you some context, St Kilda is basically cold San Francisco. So get San Francisco and make it colder, but give it really good food and coffee and very small beaches. You kind of got Melbourne, right? So there we go. So it's like cold San Francisco is the best way I can put it. And Phoebe's an amazing lady. She works with a lot of different companies. She runs an agency and she works cross-platform. So can we all give it up for Phoebe Lay? Phoebe, so good having you with us. And how are you tonight, Phoebe Lay?
I am very, very well. I decided not to sit in traffic today. So I'm at a restaurant here in Collingwood and they're kindly having me as they close up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to tonight.
It's a pleasure. Now, you've been in, tell us a little bit about you. You've run an agency for years, you've worked with some top clients, you've done a bit of personal branding. Tell us a bit about your backstory, Phoebe, and give everyone here some context about you.
Yeah, well, look, I think 5 years ago, well, actually, I'd say probably more like 6 or 7 years ago now, it was around 2014 when I started my first brand, Matcha Sisters. I was just selling green tea just to give back to charities that were really important to me, because I thought, why not create a business where I can give back as opposed to try and, make a difference by volunteering. And, really one person can make a difference, but it would take a lot of people to really get a message out there. So I discovered how important it is to have a brand presence on social media. And I built my brand basically from scratch using Instagram, using organic strategies, creating my own website. And really I started to become a specialist in social media in about 2015, where I teach, coach, and mentor business owners and a lot of startups back then in social media marketing. 2019, COVID hit, and I discovered that our clients didn't really want it just laid out for them in a strategy, even if we packaged it up with the landing page and email marketing and having top to bottom of funnel, end to end done for them. They actually wanted it to be handed over to us. They wanted a marketing agency that would do it for them. So I teamed up with the specialists in my network and created Targeted 360 Digital. So now we are an end-to-end full stack agency. So full stack meaning we do everything from SEO and Google ads right through to social media management, lead generation, the whole lot. And what I really love is, helping my clients with their strategy and really building their marketing funnels.
Very good. And I was going to say, what was the biggest lesson you learned during the lockdown? So during the lockdown wars, where the global governments couldn't get their act together, what did you learn about business and social media the most, Phoebe Lay?
Well, look, I discovered that as much as people think there's a lot of competition out there on social media, and that was the time where a lot of people were jumping on social media and people were realizing how important it is to have a website, to have it updated, to have their Instagram, their LinkedIn, their Facebook, or, have an online presence. I really discovered that those that were doing well, they weren't necessarily creating the best content. And it was in that time when Instagram started to change its algorithm and people stopped creating a really perfectly beautiful grid. I don't know if you guys remember before COVID where people had a grid that, looked like a picture, a big picture, and it was made up of, multiple images, right? And people were creating checkerboards where it was like black and white or, certain color coordination and all that. And I noticed that the really high-end, well done, perfectly done up content was actually not doing as well as the content that was created in-app, that's organic, raw, and just real. Something that you literally shoot and upload. Those kind of content were doing a lot better. And that's when we started noticing that video that was raw and unedited was also doing a lot better. So there's been a huge shift. We're now seeing that Instagram's a bit like TikTok now. People are using Reels a lot more. And, the in-app edits are the ones that are doing the best in terms of the algorithm. And we could talk all day about the algorithm, but lots of change.
Exactly, putting on my LinkedIn Microsoft hat. That's and exactly. I can't spell very well, and my content is weird and has a lot of mistakes in it. But between my personal page and our business page, we've got hundreds of thousands of cool followers, and you're spot on. I find this is the biggest thing I find about content today. If you make the content too good, people think it's an ad and they don't watch it. And we've had this conversation again. Phoebe and I agree with this one. If your content's too good, people just think it's an ad and they keep scrolling. If your content's good, but still a bit raw, you get that big engagement. And one thing I've always been a big fan of is just literally taking my phone, taking cool photos and videos and pumping it out there. And it's kind of funny. It seems like the less work I do on a post is the more effective it becomes. What is your reaction to that statement I made, Phoebe? The less work I do on a post, the better it seems to do. What do you think of that statement, Phoebe? Agree, disagree? What's your reaction there?
I think there's a fine line as well, because I have seen people just kind of throw on a post, and I do think that you do need a good strategy around it, because, for example, the hashtags that worked 2 years ago, 1 year ago, even a month ago, aren't going to be the same ones that work now. So it's really important to refresh your hashtag strategy often. it's really important to look at the dimensions as well and the duration of your videos if you're posting videos. So, you know, for example, on TikTok right now, we're finding that 5, 10, and 60-second videos are doing the best. So I'd write that down. So it's 5-second videos, 10-second videos, and 60-second videos. For some reason, those particular durations are doing really well. So I think in a way, yes, things that aren't over thought out are doing well, but people do appreciate a lot of value. So they do appreciate when your captions have a lot of value in there and you've got tips to share. And they do appreciate videos and reels where there's actually like educational content that they can take away from.
Beautiful. And the other interesting point is as well is, and this is the thing that I find absolutely fascinating, is that Twitter, now, as we know, a certain South African man bought Twitter, and Twitter apparently has had the most users ever. And I've actually been spending a lot of time on Twitter, and Elon actually said straight up, he said a few things. He wants to make it, again, more of a fair free speech platform, but he also says he wants to make it more of a business platform. And that's something people aren't focusing on him saying that, sort of getting into the politics of it, but he said openly he wants to make it more of a business platform. I've been spending a lot of time on Twitter lately after I scrolled through all the funny political stuff. There's actually a huge explosion of business content, right? And I'm actually starting to take Twitter. I won't say I'm taking Twitter seriously, but I'm taking it more seriously than I did a month ago. What are your thoughts and commentary on what's happening on Twitter? Like, again, it's a political dumpster fire that's burning out, but what's your thoughts on Twitter and its value to us as business people, Phoebe Lane?
Look, I can't comment too much on Twitter. I definitely don't use Twitter as much as the other platforms. I haven't logged into my Twitter in a while. But I can say that if that is the case and you are wanting to stand out and really like build your personal brand and have, for example, quotes that you have to share go out and do well, I think it's a great space for it because there is less work in Twitter. You're not needing photos, right? You can have Twitter wars as well and, you know, state political opinions and things like that. Like it's such a impactful platform. Like you can really create a movement on Twitter and create a lot of buzz, especially if you're like, you know, Donald Trump or Elon Musk or someone really influential. But I think if you're wanting to like grow your business, like going back to like small business owners, you know, or SMEs and growing businesses, I think if you're wanting to like create content and value, I think people are very visual and people want to, you know, see things visually. That's a lot easier for people to remember as well. And it's a much better way to make you stand out and be remembered. So showing up on video, showing up on photos, that makes it a lot more memorable. And yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Great. And the next question I get asked this a lot because my default advice to people, a lot of people have said this, is the best place, and again, I'm more hang out in the LinkedIn universe, so in the LinkedIn universe at least. From a personal branding point of view, I always say to people, the best thing you can do is start by posting at least once a day, right? Obvious. No one's going to disagree with that advice. But the first pushback I get is, that's lovely, Ed. What should I post, right? Now, I've got my thoughts on that one, but for someone who's sort of having trouble coming up with good daily posts, what do you suggest to them to help them get started? What's a great daily post that people can do or get into?
So if you don't have a lot of like new videos or photos, and you know, if you've gone like a week or two without having gone to an event or a networking event or running your own workshop, etc., always good to have a handful of like just nice photos, portraits that were taken of you out and about. Like, for example, I know there's someone in our network that does this often, Simon Bowden. I often see that there's a photo of him standing at a pier or standing out in the sunshine, and it was maybe taken like a couple of weekends ago, but he has a stack of them that's ready, and then he just combines his insights and thoughts with a photo. So just remember, you don't have to immediately share when you take a great photo, and you also don't have to immediately share when you've got the thoughts but you don't have the visuals or the video or the photos. So have a stack of either headshots or pictures that you can use and share insights. Like a really great pillar that I create for our clients is educational. I get them once or twice a week to always share educational content. Another great pillar is story sharing or meet the team. So share a story of either how you got started in business or a lesson that you learned or something that you kind of made a mistake on and you wish you'd known this earlier, or some tip that will give people insights and show that you are an expert in your field. So yeah, educational and story are great ways. Obviously promos are good once every now and then. Definitely as well, you know, include behind the scenes. Like that's what Instagram stories are for. Behind the scenes can be updated daily. You can literally share like a photo of your desk, you know, or take a picture of you and the Zoom meeting and take a picture of your computer and the Zoom meeting. And that's another, you know, photo and insight, background to what you're doing. So yeah, that's something that I highly recommend.
Beautiful. We got a question from Scott Ray. If you've got any questions, friends, type them in the chat. Scott Ray, and I can help answer this question, at least on the LinkedIn part. Great insights, Phoebe. Thank you, Scott Raven. Best technology would you recommend to schedule your posts across social media? Now, I'll give you the LinkedIn answer. LinkedIn and Microsoft hate scheduling. They want what's called native posting. So native posting means you physically are on the platform and post. You have programs like Buffer and Hootsuite, which are awful. Basically, if you use them to post, you're going to kill your reach. So from a LinkedIn point of view, the scheduling is you just manually getting on that platform at the time and posting it. What are your reactions to that, Phoebe?
We actually don't schedule unless we can't be there at the time to post. And you know, like I know it sounds crazy because we run an agency. We're looking after multiple accounts. Like we're looking after many clients' accounts. But we literally have account managers that will post it in real time because we know it does better for the platforms. It's across Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So I do recommend just post when you can. Wake up earlier if you think that your audience are doing, your posts are doing better at, you know, earlier hours in the morning. But post when you're active, because that way you can comment on people's posts before you, you know, before you share. You can reply to comments. It's always good to engage on other people's posts right before you share, like spend 10 minutes liking and commenting on other people's posts of that platform before yours goes out. I also wanted to address, there was a question earlier about like, what can you share with a 5 to 10 second reel? That's such a great question. And you can actually share a lot because even though the video is 5 or 10 seconds, your caption is not limited. So your video, like for example, you might do a 5-second reel using a trending audio, and it's just like a, you know, whatever the trending audio is, you've got maybe a quote on the video and then all the info stacked in the caption. So I wish I had an example, but whoever asked that question, I think it was Heather, if you can message me on Instagram at Thrive and Shine Co. You can message me on Instagram and ask me that question tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to send you a stack of examples where there is just in 5 seconds, you can literally value add like crazy. So just send me an Instagram DM and I'll send you a stack of examples. There's so many and you'll start noticing them as you scroll. And you'll just start seeing that you can share a lot in a short amount of time.
Oh, beautiful. Great thoughts. I'm going to say great feedback. And just my final point, and Bella, if you've got any questions, anyone, please just type them in. And by the way, friends, if you are watching the recording, feel free to add us and messages as well. I was going to ask you as well, Phoebe, right? Facebook, and this is the elephant in the room. We've all heard that Facebook and Instagram are going down quickly. They're losing 100 millions of followers. Facebook's had their stocks downgraded and people are jumping off Facebook and Instagram. And of course, they're moving to LinkedIn and Twitter and TikTok. What do you, this is more of a stock market question almost. What do you think is going to happen with Facebook and Instagram? Are they going to hit a basement soon? Do you think Mark Zuckerberg is going to have to step down as CEO? What's your thoughts on the decline of Facebook and Instagram and what those idiots, sorry, did I say idiots? I didn't mean that. Those great, competent business people over there are going to do.
I'm just looking at Amir's giant smile. I wonder if he's thinking what I'm thinking. I feel like, Ed, every time I get interviewed by you, you ask me a similar question, but in a different year. It's always like, what's happening with Facebook? I feel like this is something that has been asked since we've known each other.
Yeah.
And I will never know. I will never be able to predict, because I honestly think it's crazy what goes on in Facebook land. But I do think what's true is people are seeing that there's other platforms where you can grow your audience. And there's a lot more people on Insta than on Facebook these days. There's I spoke to a speech broker today who's wanting to build her brand. And she was telling me that most of her clients follow her on Instagram and not on LinkedIn. And I was like, wow, it just goes to show that in the last 4 or 5 years, the trend has definitely changed and people are moving away from good old Facebook. Yeah, I think it'll still be around. I'm predicting, but yeah, there's a lot more spend on TikTok. And yeah, it's interesting.
It's funny to say that, because now I'm not an Instagram person at all, but my engagement was I create content for LinkedIn, but then I just quickly throw it up on Insta and Facebook. My engagement on Instagram is now higher than Facebook. So actually Instagram, I just did a bit of a review the other day and I thought, you know what? I'm actually quite happy with my Instagram experience. I agree. I think I get that Instagram's owned by Facebook, and I feel sorry for Instagram for that reason, but it seems like they're not tanking Instagram like they are tanking Facebook. It seems like Instagram is somewhat insulated from the idiocy at Facebook. What do you think of that reaction, Phoebe?
I'm not surprised at all. I mean, Facebook pages have been dead for the last 2-3 years. We literally don't even post on our Facebook page anymore because we just know that it's not useful. In the last year, even Facebook groups have slowly we just let our Facebook group keep running. We're really mostly Instagram and LinkedIn now. And in the next year we're going to really ramp up TikTok. So I'm not surprised.
There we go. Oh, Phoebe, we absolutely love it. Can we get a closing thought? So 2 things. We're coming towards the end. Can we get a quick closing thought from you, and just feel free to do a quick plug about how people can engage you and get into contact with you, Phoebe?
Yeah, well, look, closing thought is simple. I think that, if you're building your brand or your business and you're really wanting to get yourself known, work as hard as you do online as you do in person. So go to as many online networking events as much as you show up online, because people are going to buy from those that they know, like, and trust. And so the more you show up, the better. So, if you can be consistent online as well as in person and go to the events as well as, be online, you're gonna do quite well. And I think that that's really the main takeaway. I mean, everyone's approach is going to be different, but yeah, if you could show up consistently online as you do in person, and build up your content, keep a stack of content and videos and footage ready. And just make sure that you don't shy away from being online, even if it's on your bad days. Have things that are already up your sleeve, even on your bad days, and that'll help you, because everybody has bad days. But it's about, I think social media these days, like we were talking before about unedited videos and content, it is really about being raw and real. And the more raw and real and authentic you can be, the more you'll thrive, because people are seeing that. Yeah, people can see it. So yeah, I've just got my my Instagram and my LinkedIn link just shared in the comments in the chat. So yeah, feel free to get in touch and connect if you have any specific questions. And yeah, we'd love to assist you guys either with building out your strategy or looking at your funnel and seeing ways we can improve it. So Whether it's just some tips on improving your website to make it more usable, or making your landing page more convertible through, the choice of words in your headline or your video. That's what I'm here for, and happy to, do an audit or have a chat with anyone that needs it.
Phoebe, thank you. Round of applause. We love you, Phoebe. Now we are over time, but quick honourable mention. Amir's chimed in, and he's one of our leaders and seems to. Amir, I know you're on a train or something. Can you say a quick hello, or is it just too noisy and nuts there?
I think it might be a bit too noisy, Ed, but
it's okay. We can hear you. It's cool.
I'm coming back on the light rail, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Virgin Lounge tomorrow.
Yes, there we go. See you for breakfast. We love Amir. Please connect with Amir. And Patrick, you've had your hand up for a while. Very quickly, what do you think?
Listen, it's wonderful to be here, and thanks again to Christine Bell for inviting me. Just like you, Edward, and spelling, I'm like that with time zones. And my goodness me, how many time zones have you got in Australia, and winter time and all this kind of stuff? But I'm talking to you from the west of Ireland, which is a very long way away. So is this call on the same time next week?
It is. So Mondays and Thursdays. So please join us, everyone, friends.
Every Thursday. Well, Thursday. It's Thursday for me now.
Yeah, Mondays and Thursdays. So Mondays at 8 p.m. Sydney time, and also Thursdays. So there's two of them, Mondays and Thursdays.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Pleasure, friends. We're over time. We better finish now. Please unmute. Round of applause. Love your work, everyone. Thank you. Great job, all.
Thank you. See you guys.
Cheers.